Yes people, what is going on? So today I'm going to show you a full speed and acceleration session that you can do to improve your speed and acceleration. Clues in the title really. So I'm going to show you a warm up followed by some drills with and without the ball, and then to finish off we're going to be doing a cool down. But yeah, that's enough talk from me. Let's get on with the session. Bosh. So to start the session and the warm up, and as you can see I've got 2 cones placed around 5 meters apart from one another. I'm just going to start off with a few jogs back and forth and then follow that up with some dynamic stretches to get the muscles warm and the blood flowing. But yeah, let's start off with a few jogs back and forth to get the muscles warm. So now that I've done a few jogs back and forth, I'm just going to start off with some dynamic stretches, starting off with opening up the groins. And once I get to the end, I'm going to want to jog back as well. So that's the dynamic stretches done. I'm just going to do a few sprints followed by a jog back as well. Just do around 3 or 4 just to get the heart rate really up and the muscles really activated before we go into those explosive exercises. So let's get ready to go. Nice little gentle jog back as well. So that's the start of the warm up done. Let's move into some explosive exercises. So now that I've started the warm up and I've got the muscles warm, this is still pretty much part of the warm up as well, but I'm going to perform some explosive exercises to really activate those fast twitch muscle fibers. I've got a hurdle here, but if you haven't got a hurdle, you can use a cone or any other object to jump over. And what I'm going to do is 5 exercises, 2 sets on each exercise, and 1 set is going to be 10 reps. But yeah, let's get into the explosive exercises. So the first drill we're going to be doing is just some straight line sprints. I'm standing on the start line, which is pretty obvious. I've got a 5 meter line in front of me there and a 10 meter line after that, and then the furthest line is 20 meters away from me. So we're just going to be doing 3 sprints to each line. So as soon as I get to each line, I'm just going to decelerate on that line and then walk back and then have a 10-second recovery before doing the next sprint. But yeah, let's get on with the shortest distance. So starting off with a 5 meter sprints now. So sprinting up to the line, stopping here, and then walking back, followed by a 10-second recovery. But yeah, let's get on with it. So that's the sprints all done. Let's move on to the next drill. Now that we've done the straight line sprints, we're going to move into what I call the acceleration box, which is going to incorporate those straight line sprints as well, but a lot more changing direction and a lot more twisting and turning. So for this box, we're going to be doing 5 exercises, 2 sets on each exercise, but yeah, let's get into it. So once I reach the end, just a little walk back, 10-second rest before moving into the next set. So that's the final sprint done. Let's move into the next drill. Woo, I'm knackered. So the next drill we're going to go through is a drill I like to call box to box, and for this drill we're going to be using the ball as well. And what I've got here is 2 boxes which are separated by around 5 meters, and each box is around 2 meters wide and 2 meters long. And for this drill, I'm going to look to dribble up to the closest line here, check back to my starting point before dribbling up to the opposite end box and repeating that process. What we're going to do here, we're going to do 3 sets, and 1 set is going to be 4 sprints. But yeah, let's get into the first set now. So that's the box to box drill done. Let's move on to the final drill. The final drill we're going to be performing is sprint to zigzag, and what you want to do for this drill is sprint to the closest cone in front of you, work your way through the zigzag all the way up to the end cone. Once you reach the end cone, you want to leave your ball and then sprint back following the same sequence as fast as you possibly can. But yeah, let's get into it. 5 sets of this drill, final drill, let's go. Whew. And that, my people, is the final drill and the session all wrapped up. Now let's get into the cool down. To finish off the session, I'm just going to do a cool down, and similar to the warm up, I've got 2 cones separated by around 5 meters. I'm just going to do a few jogs back and forth, followed by some dynamic stretches, and then I'm going to do some static stretches, holding each static stretch for around 30 seconds. So yeah, let's get into the cool down, because it's important that we cool down following a hard session. So that, people, is the session all wrapped up. So that is a full speed and acceleration session that you can do to improve your speed and acceleration. But yeah, that's enough talk from me. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comment section below. And until next time, bosh.